Okay, here we are. We're going to do Unit 6, Lesson 11. And what we're looking to examine here is graphing from factored form. So here's a graph of a function w defined by this function, w of x is equal to the quantity x plus 1.6 times the quantity x minus 2. 3 points on the graph are labeled. We want to find the values of a, b, c, d, and e and f. So a, b, if we start with that one, I recognize, I remember from last class that since this point, AB is a y-intercept, or an x-intercept, that means that the y value must be 0. So then I know that this point will look like this, something comma 0. Same thing for CD. I know that this point will look like something comma 0. Now to figure out what A is, I also remember from last class that these intercepts can be found by looking at the factors of the function. I know that A is going to be a negative value because it's left of the y-axis. So to find that value, I remember that these x-intercepts were the opposite of what was inside, or even better would be to take what's inside, x plus 1.6, set it equal to 0 and solve. And I will solve this by subtracting 1.6 from both sides. And that gives me an x value is equal to negative 1.6. So that means that this first point has to be negative 1.6 comma 0. So I know the value of A is negative 1.6. I know the value of B is 0. The value of C, I remember, I'm going to take this other factor, x minus 2 is equal to 0. I'm going to set it equal to 0, the x minus 2, set it equal to 0, solve, add 2, my x is equal to positive 2. That means this point is 2 comma 0. That means my C value is equal to 2. Now to find E and F. So I'm looking at this point E and F, and since the x-intercepts have y values that are 0, that must mean the y-intercept has an x value that's 0. So I know this is the point 0 comma something. Now to figure out what that something is, remember my y-intercept was found by multiplying the two constants together. So 1.6 times negative 2 gives me negative 3.2. So 1.6 times negative 2, and this is going to be the last times the last in my FOIL. Negative 1.6 times negative 2 is negative 3.2. So then my F value is negative 3.2. So E is 0, and F is negative 3.2. And that's it for this first problem.